Hello! Okay, today I'm going to start with the meme, tidy house, tidy mind. You might have heard more often than not, tidy desk, tidy mind. And actually it was from that I got the inspiration for today's motivation. Last week I sat down at my desk and despaired at the state of my desk and thought, this is really stressing me out. I have to tidy my desk, but I've got stuff to do. So I thought I'll do it later. So I started, and as I always do, one time a day as I go through my Twitter feed, my notifications, and actually I saw an article that my cousin had posted. Interestingly, about decluttering your life. So I started reading that and took something quite fantastic from that then inspired me to not only tidy my desk but to actually have a massive sort out. Look, spring is one of those times when we strangely enough tend to clean our nests like all other animals, so we'll often have a good clear out or a sort or even just a deep clean. It's that one time once a year that it seems to almost be like a bug, something you just catch and that you just want to do. And yeah, so I read this article, and what was great about the thinking behind this article's statements was that instead of deciding what to throw out, decide what to keep, and that you should only keep things that spark joy. Now, if you're someone who likes to collect things and hoard things, you might suddenly start thinking, well, everything brings me joy, otherwise I wouldn't have it. I think you'd be surprised when you start going through things one by one and ask that question, does this spark joy? And only joy. You suddenly start to realise how little stuff actually creates that feeling. And well, I was certainly surprised. I'm not a hoarder myself anyway, and people would come into my spaces and say, well, you don't have anything. I was amazed how much stuff I sorted through. And that meme of tidy house, tidy mind, it absolutely works. If the space you're in, you're working in, you're living in, you're creating in, is cluttered and full, then your mind is cluttered and full. And the minute you make space physically around you in your environment, you make space in your mind. Suddenly, things seem calmer. And as you know, if you've been watching these videos, that my gran passing last month, we've been doing house clearance. I was working with a client only yesterday, and she was also doing a house clearance of a relative who'd passed, and we were talking about stuff and how much stuff we gather that actually often we don't even know we have. I have another relative who has the largest collection of books, and she's really struggling at the moment deciding what to do with these because she wants to keep them all and she wants to put them out on display. And we've had many a conversation about, well, will you be reading them again? What is your purpose for keeping them? And actually what I realise going through things is that stuff is stuff. And actually, often we keep stuff because of the emotional attachment we have to that stuff, the memories we have. I'm actually selling stuff on eBay at the moment. One of the things I'm selling is my brother's childhood Airfix pontoon bridge set, which is an army collection of army vehicles and army soldiers, and he said every time he came across them when he was having a sort, he'd have such fond memories of when he used to play with them, and then he got to a point and he realised, you know, that's the only reason I'm keeping them is my fond memories. And what I've realised is that if you're around people, you share your memories anyway. You don't need the stuff particularly. Of course, it's good to have some mementos. What I do is I have a suitcase that I have my treasures, I suppose we'd call them, the things that spark joy but also tell my story. But I limit it to that suitcase. So if I gather new things, then I rationalise and something has to go. But still, occasionally, 2-3 times a year, I'll sit down, open that case, and I'll go through and relive wonderful, wonderful memories. Which I suppose comes to a great phrase I heard recently: the past is somewhere to revisit, not to reside. And that is such a useful statement to bear in mind. The past is a place to revisit, not to reside. So if you're getting in the mood for a big spring clean, remember this: decide what to keep, and only keep things that spark joy. And recognise, are you keeping it because you like the stuff, or are you keeping it because of the emotional attachment behind the stuff? And then you might want to ask yourself, is that emotional attachment healthy? Is it allowing you to live in the present and plan for the future, or is it keeping you in the past? So I hope that's going to be of use to you, and you'll find it useful. That's what being of use is, I guess. Anyway, so if you would remember to subscribe to this channel, please like, comment if you've got nice things to say, as my mother always used to say. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I'd appreciate that. Remember to visit my website, www.super-humans.com. Follow me on Twitter, @thelovelyrob, or join my Facebook page, Superhumans. However it is, become part of this community and sharing the motivation and the joy. So listen, you have yourself a super week, and I will catch up with you very soon. All the best. Take care. Bye.